GH Dog TV, your number one TV for all dog lovers.
Alright, it's your boy Burrito. We out here presently. Keep watching GH Dog TV. Don't go nowhere. Blah.
My name is Solowan, you can call me the dog blogger, and this is GH Dog TV, your number one dog TV for all dog lovers. If this is your first time of watching a video on this channel, you kindly subscribe to our channel and then you hit on the notification bell icon for more exclusive and amazing dog content. You can also follow us on all of our social media handles on Facebook, Instagram and Twitter at GH Dog Blogger, and log on to our official website at www.ghdogblogger.com. We are proudly sponsored by Eminent Dog Feed and Puppy Milk. You want the right dog feed for your dogs with the right nutritional content, just link up with Eminent Dog Feed, and then you can also get puppy milk from them as well. Contact them on 0244 820 350 0244 820 350. Today, my current location is Agbogba in the greater Accra region of Ghana, and trust me, you're going to love today's episode on GH Dog TV. Today, I'm not going to disclose the name of this kennel, but then before I get up close with the boss man and then I reveal that to you, let's go for a quick commercial break. We'll be back shortly. My name is Solowan, you can call me the dog blogger. Looking for a complete, balanced and highly nutritious feed for your dogs? Then your answer is here. Feed Eminent. Carefully composed and filled with a high level of protein of animal origin, Eminent Dog Feed provides your dogs with the adequate amount of energy to keep them in the perfect condition. Contact Eminent Dog Feed on 0244 820 350. Looking for quality? Feed Eminent. Welcome back to the show. Just as I told you, today I'm at a kennel, and the name of this kennel is Aubin Boerboel. So wow, check out this beautiful female right here. Today we are going to talk a lot about Boerboels. The name of this kennel is Aubin Boerboels, and trust me, today you're going to love today's show. Boss, welcome to the show.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
It's great meeting with you once again, and I know it's been, I think, more than 4 months since we actually planned this.
Exactly. It's been a long time coming. I'm glad to have you here. Finally.
Yes. For somebody who has seen you for the first time, I'm sure if somebody watched the Boerboel Appraisal 2021 in Accra this year, the person might have seen you with a very beautiful dog. I think the name of the dog was Kadima Reneshade.
You're right. Yes, Kadima Reneshade. I brought him for the appraisal we had recently. Yes.
So for somebody who is seeing you for the first time, I'd like you to introduce yourself to my lovely viewers.
Okay. So my name is Pastor Josiah Aubin Jnr. I'm a pastor by profession, and I breed also as a passion and out of love.
That's nice, Pastor. So starting up, I'd like us to build a conversation from how you became a dog lover. I've met with a lot of people who go like, I started loving dogs when I was a kid. I even met a breeder who said he found love for dogs on the streets. On the streets. Shout outs to Empire Dogs right there. He said he found love on the streets. I'll also love to ask you, how did your love for dogs also start?
My story is very dissimilar from the ones that typical breeders will tell you. I initially didn't love dogs at all. In fact, I had an aversion, I had a fear of dogs growing up because of one experience I had. I was chased by a dog in a cousin's house, and so for many years in my life, I didn't want to have anything to do with them. So I had to overcome that fear and then translate it into a love for them. But what happened was about a little over 7 years ago, a friend of mine, Pastor Yafi, he's been a dog lover for ages. Even when we were in the university, every time we went to his home, they had this German Shepherd called Ed. He would bring him out and then try to get us to pet him and play with him. I obviously would be far away while they did that, and so I never liked them, but he loved them. So a little over 7 years ago, he bought a puppy and then came to my house with it. When I saw it, I found it fascinating, and an idea just dropped in my mind. Why don't you use this as an opportunity to overcome the fear? So immediately I got him to get me another puppy like that. So that same day, it was a Saturday, that he came to show me in the morning. I told him, go out and get me another one like this, and then he went and brought it. For about a month, I was struggling to be close to the puppy because of the fear, but over time I overcame that fear, and then it has become a passion and a love for them that is unstoppable.
Wow. So if I'm getting it well, your story is different. You didn't have dogs at home.
At all. My parents, I even introduced my parents to dogs. My siblings, I introduced them to dogs because growing up, we didn't want to have anything to do with them. People who know me well, like especially my cousin whose dogs chased me, when they see me today with dogs, they are surprised because they know the story and they remember. There were days growing up when my dad would send me to their house to maybe deliver a message or bring somebody from there, and I will stand in front of their gate till somebody comes out, because if I enter, the dog will probably chase me. So if it will take 3 hours, I'll be there waiting for somebody to come out for me to alert them for them to take me inside. That was how bad it was. And so for my story, is not like those who started loving dogs from childhood. No, not at all. I had to overcome a fear and then translate that fear into a passion and a love for them.
Wow. Lovely viewers, trust me, we just got started and the conversation is really getting interesting. Big shout outs to Pastor Yafi, wherever you are. I think Pastor Yafi was the one who was with you at the Boerboel appraisal.
Precisely, he was the one that was with me during the Boerboel appraisal. We've been friends for a long time, and he's part of this story as well. Yes, he is.
I love the fact that he converted you to become a dog lover.
Exactly, and the interesting thing is that now I have to help him overcome some of his fear of the Boerboel, because they are big and huge breeds. So there are times when I'm introducing some of my dogs to them, he is afraid. I say, but you are the one who brought me here, now you are afraid.
Nice one. Lovely viewers, we just got started. We'll get to my favorite part very soon, where we check out the dogs, but I'm sure you've actually caught a glimpse of this beautiful female here. He will introduce them to my lovely viewers very soon. But then Pastor, let's build up. So he convincing you to become a dog lover. Which dog was the first breed you got, and which breed of dog did Pastor Yafi also have that caught you?
Okay, so that's an interesting one. That was was like a precursor to why I'm doing the Boerboels. So he got for himself a dog that was supposed to be a German Shepherd, and he got me one that was supposed to be a Rottweiler. I say supposed because when they grew up, they didn't turn out to be what we expected them at the beginning. Mine looked like a combination of Doberman and Rots, and his looked like a mixture of something local with a German Shepherd, and so it didn't turn out the way we wanted. So that was the story of the dog that we had. In fact, his dog eventually got stolen, but mine is still around and has still served us for years. He's about almost 8 years now, and he's still around. Yes.
That's beautiful. So getting the dog for the first time, which breed was your next dog as well?
So after that one, it took me. At that time, I was actually working in the bank, so and I didn't really have, like I said, I was now overcoming a fear of them. So I was just raising him for him to be a security dog for me, and so in fact, so what happened was when he grew up, I had him spayed so that I will not cross with him or mate with him, because that was my motive for him, so my intention. So after him, I think around 2017 thereabout, I set out to get a Boerboel. Now, I started looking around, and all the ones that were being advertised in Ghana didn't look like the ones I was seeing in other places. So I kept looking, and then I came across an advert from, now he's a friend, Mabis, Mabis. Shout out to him. And I called him. He asked me to come over. We spoke. The first dog he showed me was Absolute Vice, and I was impressed. The head and how massive he looked. That was the very first proper Boerboel I had seen, and it was love at first. I just loved the dog instantly. I just loved the dog. I mean, over time, other breeders have influenced me. Brockview, Sammy of Brockview is one of them. I have other friends who have influenced me along the journey, but the first person who opened my eyes to see what a Boerboel actually looks like was Pa of Mabis, and Absolute Vice was the first one I saw. So subsequent to that, what I did was I had the opportunity to go and preach in South Africa for a few friends of mine, the churches there, and because I had been exposed and had conversations with Pa, he told me that the original source of these dogs was South Africa. So when I got there, I used the opportunity to find one or two breeders there to go and also look. So I spent about 2 years just looking and asking questions and researching on them before I imported my first dog's post, the Rot dog from South Africa. That's CDH Thunder. CDH Thunder, I raised him from 12 weeks to about 16 months. He got appraised, and then at 81.8, and then I sold him on to a friend of mine, and he's doing good work out there. Yes, so he was the first one that I got after the Rot.
Okay. This is very interesting. This is very, very interesting. So if I'm getting it well, you actually went to South Africa and you visited kennels to actually study about the Boerboel.
Absolutely. I had read books, but obviously the theory is not sufficient. You know, some of them you need to see it for yourself. Some of them you need to interact with those who are actually doing the breeding. And when you do that, they give you perspectives you may not get from textbooks. So I had the opportunity to go there and speak to some of them. They will give you some history. They will talk to you about the do's and don'ts. They will talk to you about their strengths and weaknesses. And then you add up to what you want to do. So I spent that 2 years just asking questions and asking anybody, and I'm an avid learner. I like learning, so I don't mind asking questions, you know. So I ask anybody and everybody questions, and then I added that knowledge before I made my first move.
At that point, did you have in mind that you wanted to breed, or you just wanted to get the Boerboel for yourself?
I just wanted to get a Boerboel for myself. It was after I got CDH Thunder and got him appraised, and now started researching into subs and the systems and the structure that they had put in place, that I now decided to breed as well, because when I was looking for a Boerboel, I struggled to get one that I felt was conforming to the breed standard. So I felt like, no, this is something that I can help improve the breed. So that is where the love came. So even after I developed that love, I sold CDH Thunder out because I wanted, there was a plan in my mind, and he didn't quite fit into that plan. As good as he was, as excellent a producer as he was, he didn't quite fit. And so I had to let him go and then start from scratch, like the way I wanted to.
Yeah. I'm just loving the whole story right here. So Mabi you seeing Absolute Vice for the first time. Let me ask this question. Even before you go into South Africa checking the dogs, I know there are lots of dog breeds, but what did you see about that part? Why the Boerboel? Because you could be doing Rottweilers, you could be doing German Shepherds, you could be doing any other breed, but why the Boerboel?
So for me, a couple of reasons. So one, the majesty of the Boerboel. I feel the Boerboel has a majesty and presence around it. When they are walking, the confidence and the temperament is just to die for. But secondly, and the most important reason for me was the structure put in place. I felt that if when I was buying, when Pastor Yafi got me that Rottweiler, that didn't turn out well. If there was a system in place at that time where I was going to be absolutely certain that I'm getting a dog from a certain mother and a certain father, so I'm sure without a doubt in my mind that just a second.
Lovely viewers here, he's checking on the dog right there.
In my mind that indeed this is a son or a daughter or a puppy from these litters, then I would have done that. But the Boerboel offered that system, offered that structure because of the appraisal system, because of the DNA profiling, so that whatever puppy you are getting from a registered breeder, you are certain that indeed it comes from the said father and comes from the said mother. So that is one of the things that gravitated me towards the Boerboel. Yes.
So you also loved how well structured the Boerboel system is.
Absolutely. Like you're saying, it's well structured. That's my opinion. I feel that the structure is there, the system is in place, the databases that are created, so that there's little doubt when you are dealing within the Boerboel space. There are certain breeds where, as good as they are and as good as some of the breeders are, there are many people who may not necessarily do things ethically. So you would get a puppy from that environment and you may be disappointed in the long run. I didn't want to be disappointed, neither did I want to disappoint other people. And so I wanted to be part of a system that is well structured, that can help improve the breed. Yes.
And indeed, the Boerboel system is well structured, from their DNA profiling, their appraisals, and all of that. Trust me, Pastor is really on point right here. The lovely viewers, before we proceed with the interview, where we get to my favorite part, where we check out all of the beautiful dogs right here, let me acknowledge our proud sponsors, Eminent Dog Feed and Puppy Milk. You want the right dog feed for your dogs with the right nutritional content. Just check out Eminent Dog Feed and Puppy Milk. Want puppy milk for your puppies? Link up with them. 0244-820-350. 0244-820-350. Now, I've seen that another dog has joined us. Lovely viewers, trust me, they are top quality Boerboels right here. And just as I told you, I'm sure you are loving this episode. And even if you're not a Boerboel lover, trust me, after this episode, Pastor is going to make you fall for the Boerboels more. So, Pastor, we've really talked about the background, how you got into the Boerboels and all. And now I'd like us to learn something about the breed as well. Whenever I come into contact with breeders, I also love my lovely viewers to learn something as well. So I'd like you to also tell us something about the Boerboel. Maybe somebody is even seeing the Boerboel for the first time. Maybe somebody knows the Boerboel, but then, yes, he doesn't know much. Yeah.
So one of the distinct features of the Boerboel is the head. That cuboid shape head, which is the standout feature. They are a mastiff type dog, and so you would obviously have to see them in their size, their height, their size, and everything. They come in various colors as well. You have the fawn, the brown, the brindle, and the red, what they call the red. They are in different colors. So back to the system and structure we're talking about. There are different databases or registers for all the Boerboels across the world, particularly those that subscribe or are under SABS. SABS is South Africa Boerboel Breeders Society. And so they are categorized primarily into 4 different registers. The register is a database that collects information on all Boerboels. Usually when we talk about pedigree is simply put a dog whose ancestry can be traced or can be determined. So these are collected into databases. Now, the 4 categories are the development register or registers, because there are several of them. The second one is the registration, start book registration proper. That is what we call the SP. And then we have the SR, which is the stud registry. That's the register that has the elite dogs. And then the last one is pet register. So the pet register is those who, for example, didn't meet the criteria of 75% and above at appraisal. I mean, they're not good enough for breeding, and so they're not to be bred with. So those ones are collected and put into the pet registry. So these are the 4 registers that all Boerboels that are registered fall into. Yes.
Nice one. You mentioned something, the SR, and before coming here, I did my own research. And I got to find out that you have the only SR female in Ghana, female Boerboel in Ghana. That was, doing my research, that was what I got. How true is that?
Right, that's true. by God's grace, we have the only SR female in Ghana. We are believing that myself and other breeders in Ghana will be able to produce other SR dogs going into the future. But as at now, the only SR female is here. That's Elevation Emma out of Elevation Kosi and Meadow Stella. She scored 86.4 and then was able to meet all the prescribed health checks. Now, for you to be in the SR registry, there are a couple of criteria the dog needs to meet. First of which is that the dog must score at least 85% at appraisal. And so when they appraise the dog, look at the structure, look at the conformation and the temperament and whatnot, the dog must be able to score at least 85. Having done that, there are other prescribed health tests or checks that the dog must undergo and pass as well. This includes scans by a certified radiologist on the hinds and forelimbs to be certain that they fall into a certain category. If they do, that's a check. The eyes also, there's what we call ectropion or entropion, where the eyelids either are folded inside or folded outside, and they also must fall into a certain acceptable health. You know, if it's a female, for example, then there's an additional check the female must do. Some dogs suffer from prolapse or vaginal hyperplasia, and so the female must also pass that test and must fall into a certain category. So for a dog to be in SR, must go through all these checks and also must get 85% at appraisal and above. That's why it is quite an elite group of dogs, because you don't have every dog, meeting that criteria. For example, I have a few dogs here who have scored above 85, but they are not in SR registry because of the other health checks they may not have met. That is not to say that they are not good enough dogs. That they are good, they are fit for purpose, but the laid down and prescribed health checks that they are supposed to pass, they did not meet it, and so even though they scored above that, they did not enter the race. For example, behind us you will see Mess Monette. Mess Monette scored 86.5. Yes, that's how high she scored. She's a very, very big female, scored very well, but it's not in an SR. It's not in the SR register. She's in an SP register. Same with Maljan, Middle Post Maljan. Mal scored 88.5, but he's in the SP register. Yeah, so that makes the SR quite a class on its own. Yeah, a class on its own.
If I'm getting a dog can even score more than 85, but still, if the dog does not meet the other criteria.
Absolutely. There are dogs that score even 90, but they may not meet the other criteria, so they will be put in the SP register like all other dogs. Yes.
This is beautiful. We'll be wrapping up the interview soon, and we'll be checking out Mess Monette, Mahaljan, and I think what's Ruga. Yes, I've seen Ruga. I've seen Ruga on social media, and I think Kadima Rainy Shade as well, and all of the dogs here. But then, before we go, let me ask these few questions as well. If somebody is looking to get a Boerboel, what is the person to expect?
Okay. So the person first of all must determine what they are looking for. Are you looking for a guard dog? Are you looking for, do you have enough space to enable them run around? There are a few boxes you need to check. But if you get a Boerboel, you can be sure that you are getting a friend for life, a loyal companion who will not mind sacrificing itself for you. The Boerboel is courageous and not afraid at all, not shy, will not back down. And they have a sweet temperament in that they have a perceptive ability to know danger and react to it. They don't just react to anything. You can see that as you entered at first, they were barking and making noise. Now suddenly they've been able to determine that you are not a risk because you are interacting with me. And so everybody is calm here because they know you are not a risk. But if they determine that you are a risk due to what you're doing, they will keep barking and some of them may charge on you. So if you get a Boerboel, going to get a well-mannered, well-temperamented dog and a loyal friend for life. Yes.
They are able to notice any suspicious behavior. I've actually saw a video online where a Boerboel was, I think the Boerboel defended a house that was almost robbed until the owner came back. The Boerboel continued to fight this robber until they came.
Precisely. That's, every dog was bred for a certain purpose. They were originally bred to defend the homestead. The homestead is the farms on which they were raised. Back there in South Africa, they were farmers predominantly, and they needed to be able to have a dog breed that would be able to defend the farms from wild animals and other intruders and whatnot. So that was the purpose for their breeding. So that is in their genetic makeup. So if you get a Boerboel, you are getting an animal that is a good guard dog that can defend your home if need be. Yes.
Wow. The way Pastor talks affectionately about the Boerboel, trust me, I've fallen for the Boerboel. I'm sure you watching, you've also fallen for the Boerboel. Like I always say, even if you're not a dog lover, after watching one episode on GH Dog TV, you're going to turn out to be a massive dog lover. And trust me, the testimonies keep coming. I wasn't a dog lover after watching one episode. I know today a lot of people are going to turn out to be Boerboel, and not just Boerboel, but dog lovers as well. Now, before we get to my favorite part, let me ask you these questions. What are some of the challenges of breeding the Boerboel? And also, I'd like you to add up your advice to upcoming breeders and also your fellow breeders as well.
Right. So, challenges. In other advanced jurisdictions, there are tests that you can run to determine whether your dog carries this particular health issue or that health issue. So that helps you to make an informed decisions when you are doing pairings. In our part of the world where we are not that advanced, it becomes difficult, and so you have to kind of do a guesstimation of what the dog carries by maybe pairing first, and after production see how the dog throws, and then make a determination. But in other places, that job has been made easier, has been shortened, because you can just run a test and know it carries this, carry that, and then be able to pair based on that. I believe that if we get to the point where we're able to introduce some of these things, it would help. The other bit, another challenge for me is the fact that we don't have any sperm bank for dogs in Ghana. That's also a big challenge, because Ghana has had some of the top dogs, Boerboels specifically speaking, anywhere in the world. We have imported some of the best ones, but because we do not have a sperm bank that will hold their sperms, when they are dead and gone, that's it. And then if we are not able to replace them or produce offsprings big enough like them or quality enough like them, then many of us will now have to go back and import again. If we had a system like that where we could, store their sperms, it would also help a lot. I believe that if the Boerboel community comes together, we can champion this and let it, help all of us. For somebody who is looking to be a breeder for Boerboels, I would say that learn, study, ask questions. It will save you a lot. Cutting corners will come and bite you later. The appraisal is like exams, where after 1 year of doing your breeding behind the scenes, whatever you have produced will now have to be judged, whether we are improving or whether we are not. And in the Boerboel community, you will be judged, you will be appraised, so you can't hide. You can't just sell dogs and go off and sleep, because whatever you have produced, there will be repercussions or consequences, so to speak. So take time, learn the breed standard, let it be, right here in your mind. Identify some of the lines, some of the lines you want to work with, what they are bringing to you, what they are adding to you, what they are contributing to you, and then that will help you to shorten the learning curve for you as a young breeder coming into the system. Yes.
Okay, so Pastor, I'm sure somebody has really loved this episode and they would love to come into contact with you for advice. Maybe you have some puppies available and stuff like that. So I'd like you to drop out your social media handles, your contact details. And yeah, Pastor also has Aubin Boerboels has a YouTube account. I'll drop the link in the video description. Please go there and subscribe to the channel for me. Please subscribe for Solo One. Aubin Boerboels, you're going to love it. All of the updates here. Education on Boerboels, everything. Kindly subscribe to Aubin Boerboels on YouTube. Now, Pastor, I'd love you to drop out your social media handles and all.
Right. So you can follow us on Instagram, on Facebook, on Twitter, and on YouTube, like you said, on Aubin Boerboels. So Aubin Boerboels, AUBIN Boerboels, on all of these: Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube. And then our phone number is 0594 979982. You can also send us a WhatsApp on that same number, 0594 979982. Yes.
Nice one. Pastor just dropped out the contact for Aubin Boerboels. I'm sure you loved today's episode. Now we are getting to my favorite part. I know that's also somebody's favorite part as well. We're getting to my favorite part. We're going to check out all of the dogs right here. But before we go, today our proud sponsors, Eminent Dog Feed, is doing a giveaway. So this is from Eminent Dog Feed and Puppy Milk. Wow. We have a pen from them. Awesome. Okay, this measuring cup as well. There's also the small size of the Eminent Puppy Milk. There's also a cup from Eminent as well. And then some sample dog feeds too as well. Dog bowls and also other stuff from Eminent Dog Feed and Puppy Milk as well to you, Pastor. Yes, this is from Eminent Dog Feed and Puppy Milk to Aubin Boerboels right here, big boss. Now we are getting to my favorite part where we check out the dogs, Aubin. But then I'll love you to say your final words.
My final words are, if you are going to get a dog, get a good one, get a quality one, get one that you'll be proud of, and one that will live with you for years to come and be a good friend. And if you're looking for good Boerboel puppies, I'd encourage you to join our waiting list. And then as soon as puppies arrive, we'd always contact those on our waiting list first and let them have theirs, because you need to plan ahead for what you're looking for. So I encourage everybody out there, all and sundry, to just join our waiting list if you are interested in any of our puppies. We have a good plan from now to the end of the year, and so just do well to join our waiting list.
Wow. Okay, lovely viewers, just as the boss man of Aubin Boerboel said, he says, be on there waiting list, be on their waiting list, and trust me, top quality puppies from Aubin Boerboels. Lovely viewers, this is where we get to my favorite part. We check out the dogs. Special thanks to Eminent Dog Feed and Puppy Milk. My name is Solo One. You can call me the dog blogger. We get to my favorite part. We check out the dogs. Looking for a complete, balanced, and highly nutritious feed for your dogs? Then your answer is here. Feed Eminent. Carefully composed and filled with a high level of protein of animal origin, Eminent Dog Feed provides your dogs with the adequate amount of energy to keep them in the perfect condition. Contact Eminent Dog Feed on 0244 820 350. Looking for quality? Feed Eminent. Wow, so we are now at my favorite part where we check out the dogs, and there's this beautiful female right here. Pastor, I think this is the first female that was with us during the interview.
Precisely, this was the female that was with us, and this is the SR dog I was talking about. Yeah, so this is Elevation Emma. Yes, Elevation Emma.
Where did you get her from?
So Elevation Emma was actually bred, as the name implies, from Elevation, but she was obtained by Africa Boerboels, Callian, and I got her from Callian. Yes.
What do you love about this female?
Her color, first of all. I know breeders are not supposed to be about colors, but her color is the fawn. This particular fawn color is very nice for me. She's also structurally sound, and then also I've seen a lot of volume with her, and so if you pair her with a male that doesn't have a lot of volume, you are sure to get a lot of volume there as well. Plus, I've seen some of her offsprings that are on point. That is why I have high hopes for her. Yeah.
Lovely viewers. Now let's check out Elevation Emma. Elevation Emma right there. Okay, so there's also another dog right here. We are on to the next dog. Pastor, I think I should do the introduction for this dog. Okay, so let me do the introduction, lovely viewers. This is Kadima Renishade, and you got him from Boerboel, and Boerboel got him from Kadima. Nice one. Lovely viewers, that's Kadima Reneshade right here. Now, Pastor, what do you love about this dog? I think the last time you said you love the head.
Yes, it's still the head for me when it comes to Renishid. The head, and then he is very muscular. Very muscular. The musculature is crazy on him. The head and the musculature. That's what I love about this one. Yes, yes.
Lovely viewers, no long talks on this particular dog. Now, I just admire this beautiful dog right here. And Pastor, all of these dogs are, the males are available for stud service?
All of them are available for stud service to approved females, because the females must be registered, must be, as much as possible, be appraised with SAPs, so that we can improve their breed. Yes, yes. So they are all available to registered females.
All available to approved and registered females. So just pick the contact details and link up with Aubin Boerboels. That's Kadima Reneshade right there. Lovely viewers, just admire this beautiful boy. I love him so much.
So this is Middle Post Maljan. Mal is out of Peasant Drift Mocha and Peasant Drift Reno and Middle Post Mocha. Very nice. One of the old lines that you will find in the Boerboel world. He was actually imported by Rockview, and I obtained him from Rockview. He's solid. If you go to Rockview's kennel, you will find Goldberg, and that is Goldberg's father. Yeah, so he produces quite well, and it's one of the old lines. I really love him. And I also have a love for brindles, so he's my brindle lover.
Nice one, lovely viewers. Now let's check out. The name is Middle Post Maljan.
Maljan, yes, Middle Post Maljan. This is Bostu Queen of Sheba. Bostu Queen of Sheba. She's just about 1 year, but was appraised at 83.1. Just the recent appraisal. She's not your biggest female, but she's structurally sound. She's a very, very nice girl. Her movement is one of the things that I like about her, and we're waiting for her to put on a bit more size. Hopefully, by the end of the year, we'll start looking at doing something good with her. Yeah, yeah. This is the most adorable female we have here. Everybody loves her. She loves everybody. She's playful, and she's Mess Monet. Mess Monet, one of the biggest dog females you'll find around. Many people come and see her as she is now and think she's pregnant, but she's actually not. This is her. This is all volume. This is all size.
I actually thought she was pregnant when I first saw her.
No. This is all volume. This is all size, and she produces very, very well as well. She was also appraised at 86.5. 86.5. Very, very scored very, very high. And so we have also some very high hopes for her as well.
Okay. And where did you get her from as well?
So Mess Monet also came from Africa Boerboels. Even though Mess produced her, Africa bought. You know, when you go out South Africa, they do a lot of collaborations, and they rely on each other because no one person can have it all. So they work as a team, they complement each other. Not to say they don't have their own issues, they do, but they try as much as possible to sometimes put those differences aside and work together. I know that Ghana, we are getting there, where we are starting to work together and as well. So she was from Africa, even though Mess produced her. Yes. Okay, so this is Elevation Lily. Elevation Lily is from Swellendam Carolus and Elevation Melissa. She's actually produced some of the good dogs we have in this country, Mabi, Bucho, and one in Accra and others. So I obtained her from Mabi's. And she's a very good producer. That's what I personally like about her. She produces in terms of quantity and quality. Most of the dogs she produces are bigger than she is and better than she is. So that's one thing I love about her. Yes.
Oh, lovely viewers. Let's check out Elevation Lily right here at Aubin Boerboels. Okay, Pastor, so I think this is the last dog at this kennel at the moment.
Yes, this is the last one here at the moment. Yes, and this is MVW Chica from Rodion, Sasha, and CDH Caro, and she's very nice. I obtained her from Groot right here in Ghana a couple of years ago, and she's a very, very nice, feisty female. Yes.
What do you like about this dog?
Things I like about it is a black mask. It's you can't miss it. The black mask is on point, and then for a female, she also has a nice musculature as well.
Okay, lovely viewers, so this is what we have for you today on GH Dog TV. Today we visited Aubin Boerboels, and I'm sure you love today's episode. And now, before we sign out, if this is your first time of watching a video on this channel, you kindly subscribe to our channel and then you hit on the notification bell icon for more exclusive and amazing dog content. This episode was proudly sponsored by Eminent Dog Feed and Puppy Milk. You want the right dog feed for your dogs, just link up with them. 0244-820-350. 0244-820-350. This is where we bring today's episode to an end. My name is Solowan. You can call me the dog blogger. Catch you another time.
GH Dog TV, your number one TV for all dog lovers.